Welcome to my Facebook Marketplace sales for January 2026. It's an update of some of the sales that I've made during the last month. Hopefully this will give you an idea as to what you should be looking for. So it's kind of a BOLO, be on the lookout for some of these things. These are items that I really do sell on Facebook Marketplace. So no matter what, how difficult it is to sell on Facebook Marketplace right now compared to a couple of years ago, it's still a place where you can sell stuff regularly. So let's get the show on the road. So here we have the IKEA Big Lego boxes. I sold these 3 boxes for $60. Now these Lego boxes, of course, they were being sold by IKEA. Now they have been discontinued, so the only way you can buy them is either you buy them used or you buy them on eBay, and you can buy some new. You can buy them new on eBay, but it's going to cost you. So at $60, it's still a pretty good deal. I noticed on eBay the big box sells for about $80. So I think collectors use these boxes to display their minifigures. They keep the minifigures in the box, and then they can display them by like putting them on top of the box. So it's a collector item. It's discontinued. So it's, if you happen to find them in the wild, get them, and you can pretty much easily sell them on Facebook Marketplace. Now these are this is a lot of 80 samples of Vichy Mineral 89. It's some kind of booster for the skin, for skincare. Now I kind of calculated the amount of product that there were in 80 samples, and I compared to what the going price on eBay for a bottle of a brand new bottle of Vichy, and I came out to like it $20 for 80 samples. That was a good price, and yeah, there are people who do buy these samples because it's much cheaper to buy a bunch of samples than it is to buy a brand new bottle. There are also a lot of people who travel a lot, and they use these little samples. They bring them with them on their trip instead of bringing a bottle. That's because sometimes it's hard to bring a bottle through TSA, so they bring a few samples, and it comes out to be cheaper than buying a brand new bottle. So these are some of the samples that I do sell, actually. Yeah, and there are people who are going to leave you messages, and maybe bully you a little bit because you're selling samples. They say, oh no, it's supposed to be free and whatever. So I just block these people. I don't care. I know that these things can sell, and that's it. And there are people who are looking for them, actually. This is a lot of McDonald's cafe curry cups. I don't know how many there were in that lot, but I calculated what it costs to buy them brand new, and at $30 for the lot that I had, it was a good deal. And in fact, I sold them right away after I listed them for $30. So it was a good deal, and the person that bought them probably buys them new, and now they got to save some money by buying them from me. So anything can sell. That's an Xbox 360 wireless controller. I sold it for $25. It was in excellent condition, almost new. That's why I sold it. Now I do have the console, so I tested it. I think it's important with these video game, these video game controllers. They do sell a lot. People are looking for the parts for their video games. They're looking for the controllers mostly, because their controllers end up breaking, and they're looking for a controller to replace it. So this one, I tested it with my console, and it was great. So I sold it for $25. Okay, this is some of the games that I've sold around Christmas time. I do have a collection of sealed video games. I am a huge collector. Now, this is a PS4 Minecraft. At that time, now it's discontinued. You can't find it in stores. I had it in my collection. I probably bought it when it was on sale. So now I sold it. Like during Christmas time, there are people, they want to give a gift to someone that they love. They want to give like a video game as a gift. Of course, when you're giving a gift, you're looking for, usually you want to buy the new thing. You don't want to gift a used game. But these games aren't available in stores anymore, like in new versions. So they're looking to buy them on Facebook Marketplace. And since I do have a lot of them in my collection, I put some of these games for sale, and I sold them all. I sold them. I got the prices on price charting. I sold them at the prices on price charting. So Minecraft PS4 was valued at about $45 sealed. So I listed it at $45, and I sold it right before Christmas. That's a sealed DVD box set. These box sets are simply not available in stores anymore. So again, people are looking to buy things that they're gonna gift for Christmas, and they were probably looking for this box set, so I sold it for $30. I got an idea of what it's worth by looking at the completed listings on eBay. Okay, this is Lego 6161 used complete set. This one sold for $15. It's quite a common set, but if it's complete, if you can guarantee to your buyer that it's 100% complete. There I have the manual. Usually, like these Lego sets, they all sell. These, especially these used Lego sets. If you can guarantee they're complete, I can tell you that there is still a huge market for Legos. So you got used Lego sets, sell them on Facebook Marketplace. You can look at what they're worth on Bricklink or eBay. So this one sold for $15. So again, this is another example of some of these sealed games that I sold on eBay, like right before Christmas. Now these are sealed Nintendo Switch games, and now they've released the Nintendo Switch 2. So these Nintendo Switch games are going to become discontinued. So I sold Minecraft, Plants vs. Zombies, Lego Harry Potter collection. I got the prices from price charting, and these make great Christmas gifts. It's a vintage comic, Sherlock Holmes. It's a comic from the 1970s, early 1980s. But I think it's the 70s. So sold it for $10. Wasn't, the comics, you have to pretty much look at the condition and describe the condition of the comic accurately, because it's very important for collectors. So this one was it was like in excellent condition with basically no problems on it. So yeah, sold it for $10. This is a French edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Of course, it's vintage. It's from the early 1980s. Sold it for $50. Now, obviously, they are collectors of VHS cassettes. Nowadays, they're mostly looking for horror movies. So, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's a classic. So this one sold for $50. Sold a vintage Intellivision Pac-Man game. It's complete in box. Sold it for $40. Got the price from price charting. This was part of my collection. So these vintage video games, they're so really hot sellers on Facebook Marketplace. So if you have vintage video games, maybe you can try to try if you can test them, because it's important to see if the game works on it or not, because it's gonna affect the price, obviously. I do guarantee all the games that I sell. I do give money back guarantee on them. If by chance the game doesn't work, you can just bring it back to me and I'll refund your money. But I do test them before I sell them. So this one sold for $40. These vintage Pokemon vinyl binders from I think it's from 1999, from the very beginning. They are really hot collector items. You can look at what they're selling for on eBay. I think it depends on the color. I think the red ones are more valuable than the blue and yellow ones, but I figured out these two, well, they could sell for about $50, so I sold them on Facebook Marketplace, both of them for $50, and they almost sold immediately to a Pokemon card collector. So if you come across these vintage vinyl binders, they are hot collectible. That's a workshop organizer. There's nothing rare. It's just like an organizer. You've got these little drawers. You can use them to put screws and stuff like that in them. Some people use them for their Lego collections. I myself, I had Legos in them for a while. These organizers, like, they're really practical, and that's why people look for them, because you go to the store and these organizers, they cost like $30-40 new. So for $15, that was a great deal. I think I listed them and I immediately got about 10 messages. So that sold within 24 hours at $15. Here's another organizer for, people have these things in their garage or basement. I listed it for $15, and this one also sold for almost immediately for $15. You can actually find these things. People when they move, they regularly leave these things on the side of the road because they just don't want to carry them, so you can, a lot of the times you can find these organizers or like small pieces of furniture for free. People leave them on the side of the road. You just pick them up, clean them. You can sell those on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace, and people are looking for them. Vintage metal thermos bottle. You find these vintage metal thermos bottles. Look at them; they're in good shape. There's a market for these. Collectors are looking for these thermos bottles. This one sold for $20 easily. So here's a lot of non-Lego minifigures. A lot of them come from Mega Block sets. I do collect Lego minifigures, but so sometimes I do get these non-Lego figures that I don't want, but other people want them. Other people like them. So if you can get a lot like this, you know, if you put on a good price on it, then you'd be surprised. A lot of people actually do collect Mega Blocks, and so this lot it did sell pretty quickly for $30. This is another thing that sold very quickly. It's a Little People Playhouse from Fisher-Price. It's got a bunch of figures in it. You know, when you get these sets, you can clean them, I guess. Clean the figures, and it's a hot seller. So this one sold for $30. That was a rocking chair in good condition. We actually found it on the side of the road. Some people moved from their apartment and they left the chair and a bunch of furniture on the side of the road. It was in great condition. I tested it. I kind of cleaned it also. I cleaned the cushions, and I put them in the washer and dryer. Everything was perfect. Sold it for $30, and you know, I really like to make these sales because I have like $0 invested in them, so it's pure profit. So when you get these things for free, there are great things. People are looking for them. No matter how much you sell them, it's a 100% profit. So, you know, if you want to sell them quickly, you can sell them at a very low price, and I can assure you, these things, people are looking for them on Facebook Marketplace. This is a carry case of strawberry shortcake figures. You know, kids love these figures because they smell like strawberries. So I had this carry case for sale in my stuff, you know, because I do buy a lot of used toys because I'm a toy collector. So this sold almost immediately for $15. This is an old flat screen 720p television. It doesn't have the remote control. It was kind of heavy, you know, but you know, for $20, and it worked. It worked perfectly, you know. So for $20, some guy just said, you know, yeah, I'll buy it. He came over and he picked it up, bought it for $20, and yes, he was happy with it because I didn't get any feedback from it. But I did test it, and it worked perfectly. It was just old, you know. So even these flat screen TVs from like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you can still sell them on Facebook Marketplace. That's a heavy cement statue. It was in excellent condition. It was not broken. And again, this is something that my neighbor just put that on the side of the road. He was clearing his house and possibly his garden, and he had this huge statue. It was like very heavy, made of cement, but it was in excellent condition. There was no cracks on it, nothing was broken on it. So I said, hey, I bet there's someone that's looking for that on Facebook Marketplace. And some guy saw it, he contacted me, and I kind of looked through the stuff that he had for sale, and he had sold a bunch of statues in the past. So I think he was like a reseller, but he bought this one for $80 and he was happy with it. So that was and again that was another 100% profit item. So I'm glad I made this sale. These are two Nintendo NES cartridges, the Goonies 2 and Othello. Since Othello, I don't think it was worth a lot of money, so I sold the two together. I sold them as a lot, and I did test them on my... I do have a Nintendo NES console. I tested the games. I put a screenshot of my TV when I was testing the games to show the buyers that the games do work. So I sold these two for $30. These are two books that I bought on Amazon. I read them and then I sold them. The guy who bought them from me, both of them for $20, got a good deal because I did pay $20 each for the books. But once I read them, figured out I'm not gonna read them again, so I sold them to that guy and he was happy. Okay, that's a sealed Sega Genesis game called Zoop. Of course, I'm a sealed video game collector, so I know that there is a market for vintage games that are still sealed in plastic. So sold this one on Facebook Marketplace for $30, and I got an idea of what it's worth from price charting. This is Mario Kart DS. It's complete in box. Of course, I got the idea how much it's worth from price charting, so I sold it for $25. That's an incomplete vintage Lego pirate ship. I had that in my Lego collection. I figured I'm probably never gonna complete it. I'm more of a minifig collector, so I did keep the minifigs from my collection, but I looked at what a complete ship like this one usually sold on eBay, and it was selling for like $800. So I figured, incomplete, $150, it's going to sell. And I must say I did have someone who just wasted my time at the beginning, because when I listed it, I had a disclaimer on my ad that said, it's like $150. I don't care about how much, I don't want to know how much you're offering for it. If you don't want to pay $150, just move on. I'm not interested. But I still had some guy who wasted my time, started asking questions, and then he said, it's missing a lot of stuff, so I'm only offering $50. So I just blocked the guy, and like half an hour later, some other guy just said, I'm gonna buy it. So came over, bought it for $150, and that was it. So these are two silver coins. It's a box set from the Calgary Olympics. So it's 2 ounces of silver, basically. I sold the box set for when I think silver was around $90 an ounce. So I sold it for $180. So silver, if it's 1 ounce of silver, I just look at what it's worth. what an ounce of silver is worth in the stock market, and I sell it for that price. So, but I must say I got a lot of time wasters on this. I got a lot of people leaving me messages trying to get the silver coins for a lower price, even though I said in my ad, I said it's $180. If you don't have the money, just don't waste my time, don't waste your time, just move on and look for it elsewhere. You need to have $180 to buy this. But I still got a bunch of time wasters leaving me messages offering me like $150 and so on. So, if they are like that, I usually block these people because I don't want them as customers. If you're not gonna pay the price that the item is listed for, I don't really want to know you as a customer. So I did block a bunch of people. I did have a bunch of people who simply were not serious about buying the item, but I ended up selling them for $180. This is Silent Hill P3 for the PS2. It's in complete used condition. I sold it for $350, and that's what it's worth on price charting. So that was a great sale. That's a lot of 3 blank sealed beta tapes. Yeah, there are people who are still looking to buy these tapes for the beta video player. So I had like 3 cartridges. I didn't know 3 tapes. I didn't know what to do with them, so I sold them for $15. This is a bowl of perfume. I think it was used like once. It was like still full, like 100% full. So yeah, you can sell these perfume bottles on Facebook Marketplace. If it's still full, you can say, "Oh, it's 100% full." If it's 50% full, then just write it in the description. Take good pictures so that people can see what's left in the bottle, and price them accordingly. So this one sold for $15. This is Nintendo 3DS Essentials kit. It's still new. It's discontinued. It's been discontinued for a while. I'm a video game collector, so I bought a lot of these sets when they were on sale in the stores. I remember in eBay Games, the GameStop. This is the kind of stuff that sometimes they would put on sale when they had too much of them. Probably got them for like $1 each at the time. Now they're discontinued. They're not available anywhere, so you can easily sell these things now for $10. So I sold whatever I had on my collection.